Right, now you enter the Solon Ramparts at the start of Act 9, and you want to run east along the wall. So just run along, kill monsters as you go until you get to a hole in the wall. Alright, there you go, you get to the stairs, and then now you run along west until you get to town. Alright, from town, you just run straight past everyone and go over here to the toxic conduits. Yes, this is where all the League of Legends players stay. So yeah, you just want to run along until you get to the next zone as well. Nothing special here. And there you go, Doedre's cesspool. Now we have to fight my favorite boss in the game, Doedre, who I definitely do not hate at all. So now that I've picked up those damage nodes, I'm picking up acrobatics, because once I've got acrobatics and phase, I'll be going for a Merciless lab carry, because if I were to do it now without those, I think there's a very good chance I might die, only having 1200 life at level 53. If you are following along without all the unique items I have, I would advise not going straight for damage like I have, and you should probably pick up some life sooner than this, otherwise you'll be dying all the time. Alright, Doedre, click on the valve and she comes in, and hopefully we can kill her before she gets annoying. Alright. Oh, she does a lot of damage. And she's dead. There you go. So, not too difficult, but if you don't have a ton of damage or a ton of life, it can be a pain. Right, so when you get here first, you want to run east. We're going this way first. We're not actually even going to come back to run west. We're just going to keep going east. Right, from here, you just want to run along in this general direction until you find a little bridge. You'll see a bridge going to the side. And that's where you're going to go pick up a quest item. This area is actually fantastic for XP. That's not the bridge. Yeah, this area is fantastic for XP because it's quite long, lots of monsters that are easy to kill, big packs, all that stuff. Okay, here you go. So here's your bridge that you'll see off to the side. Run along and pick up the Ankh of Eternity. Or Ankh, however you want to pronounce it. And from there, you just run through almost to the end of the zone. It'll be like quite close to the end of the zone where you have to go and help Clarissa and Tolman. Alright, there you go. So the end of the zone is probably going to be in that direction, but this is the area you want to go to first, the resurrection site. So you speak to Clarissa, then you're going to have to kill some zombies that pop up until Tolman becomes targetable, and then you'll kill him. Alright, there you go. Kill the zombies. Try and move around a lot. He does have this AoE thing that does do a lot of damage. See that red circle. And there you go. Talk to Clarissa, and then you'll talk to her again the next time you go to town. Here you go, the Grain Gate. Now, the way to navigate the Grain Gate, so once you get to your waypoint, there are lots of doors. So let's see, where's the first? Okay, here's one over here. Now, a lot of people don't know whether they should go through these doors or not. What you have to look for is dead blackguard bodies outside the doorway. So since there are none here, this is not the right way to go. So you just keep, okay, so there they are. So that means this is the right doorway to go through. So you just look for them, and then that's the right doorway. Gemling Legion, and that was quite easy. So again, no blackguards, keep running. You don't have to go to town just yet. There'll be a waypoint in the next area, and that's when you can go to town to pick up your rewards. And there you go, we've made it to the Imperial Fields. From here, you follow the road a little bit until it turns that way, and okay, once it turns, you just kind of go off of it and keep heading upwards, and then you'll see the waypoint will show up eventually. There we go. There's the waypoint, so you could have followed the road, but it's fastest to just go off of it. And again, just keep on running up until you get to the next zone. Right, now we've reached Solaris Temple level 1. Again, as in part 1 in Act 3, you just follow the carpets and make your way through to the second level. Okay, then you get to the waypoint, and you can continue heading this way. Don't go that way just yet, you'll come back later to go that way. Right, and then there is level 2.
I'm not up to that just yet.
Right. And once again, find the carpets and just run along the carpets till you get to the end of the zone. Okay, there you go. Now once you get to this door, you'll fight a boss over here. He does do quite a bit of damage, so try, stay out of that or have latency. And even though it shows on the screen I wasn't in it, I probably was. So attack, move around, don't let him hit you with his golden Kamehameha. Am I even hitting him? There you go. And dead. Then pick up the Sun Orb and head back to town. From here, you can speak to Clarissa and Maramoa
Watch
for
yourself.
skill point rewards. Alright, so I've got someone to help carry me through an early Merciless lab, which will be quite handy. That's going to give me more attack speed, frenzy charges, which are going to be a big boost to my movement speed and damage. Alright, so I'll just cut to the end of this when we're finished. One thing to note, however, though, Merciless Labyrinth is a lot longer than the other ones. There are more zones in between than Cruel and Normal. Alright, golden doors. I'll wait here while he goes to get the key. Alright, there you go. So, Merciless Labyrinth, more frenzy charges. That's going to make me a lot faster. I've just passed 3 hours. So I'm going to do now Solaris Temple. I'm going to go back there. And we're going to travel along that other pathway I told you about earlier. Alright, so the instance has reset. I just have to try and think which way I have to go now. I'm now up to 17k DPS with charges up, so that's fantastic. Solaris Concourse, there you go. I think. Is that the right way? Yeah, it is. Alright, great. From here, you want to head in this general direction. Alright, there's your waypoint. Make sure you pick that up. You'll definitely be using that later on. And then make your way to the harbour bridge. From here, you just want to run straight through, stick to the central part here, and run all the way through to the next zone. Right, Lunaris Concourse. Now you just want to keep heading straight until you reach the waypoint. Alright, from the waypoint, you can either choose from here to run on and continue on with the quest line, or you can go down here to the bathhouse. And over there, there is another Trial of Ascendancy for the next labyrinth, for the Cruel Labyrinth, as well as it takes you to another area where you can get a skill point. Usually, I would come back for that skill point later on, like after I've finished Act 10. But just for the sake of this video and showing you everything in the same act, I'm going to go through it now. So you can ignore that quest, it's not essential, it doesn't give you anything too important. And just run down to the High Gardens. Right, in the High Gardens, you just want to run all the way through to the end of the zone until you get to the boss that you're going to kill for another skill point. As you can see, the monsters here do a lot of damage, and that's why I always come back to this place later. Almost died there. Because, yeah, it can be a bit of a waste of time if you die more than once. Even dying once is like, bam, there goes a good minute of time. Yeah. Alright, now we've made it to this place here where we fought this bastard, who is a pain. Alright, once he loses health, he will go into a stage where he spawns clones of himself. So run around, let your Mirage Archer do a lot of the work. Stay on the edges, don't get hit by any of these projectiles. And whoa, there you go, killed him. So now you can go back to town and pick up your skill point. Right, now go back to the Lunaris Concourse and keep on heading up to your next area. So you just want to head in this direction. There you go, there's the door to the Lunaris Temple level 1. Alright, from here, run along the carpets, same as everywhere else, and just keep doing that until you get to the next zone. Don't worry about killing any of the bosses that you encounter. Right, level 2. Again, same as in Act 3, if you find stairs leading up, then that means you're going in the right direction. Alright, then once you get to the end of the zone, you go through the portal, and you fight this dude over here. But all of his attacks have big wind-ups, and he usually... Hey look, it's the same one I've got. Wonder if it's any better than mine. 17299, 17488. Yep, it's a little bit better. Alright, from there, we then go back to town, and now we're going to get ready to fight the Act boss. Right, we now head back to the Solaris Concourse. And then from here, we run back to the Harbour Bridge. Right, from the Harbour Bridge, you run until you get to the center, and you enter that room that we passed early on. Alright, click on the statue of the sisters, wait for them to start fighting, and the moment they become targetable, blap them. Go. Now, you will fight them one at a time. When one gets low, the other one will come out. Okay, this one has a huge fire attack that covers the entire arena. She has a projectile attack that covers the entire arena as well. Both are very difficult to... Yep, see there's the projectile. Try to avoid that big ray of death. Usually I always die in this fight no matter how strong my character is. But so far, yep, there you go. Those things I'm pretty terrible at dodging. So go back in, she's almost down. Right there, she's gone. Getting quite low, and bam! That is the end of Act 8. Now we enter the Blood Aqueduct for the start of Act 9. If I do /played, we're currently on 3 hours 19 minutes, and I'm at Act 9, which is excellent timing so far. So stay tuned for the next part, part 9 of 10, in my Path of Exile power leveling guide. Goodbye.